Barcelona are in trouble, and we need to discuss it for the good of humanity. So, guys, welcome back to the channel. Basement Ballers, make sure you guys like, subscribe, do all that good shit. Check us out on TikTok, Instagram, all of that. But today, we have to talk about Barca. Now, why do we have to talk about Barca? On face value, you look at it, right? Barca are top of the league, right? They've had to suffer a lot of injuries, are going against this Madrid super team, allegedly. And they are still 1 point clear as the time of this recording, with the Atletico game being played later on today. So we'll have to see the result of that game. But not everything is rosy at the Camp Nou right now. And there's a few reasons for that. Now, to start off, this has been an ongoing theme since even last year, but Barca's defense looks very, very, very shaky. Like, this is like prime Liverpool under Klopp before Van Dijk defense. It's scary. Straight 5-4s every week and 4-3s and shit. It's not sustainable. As we saw midweek last week against Chelsea, they lose 3-0. Against Madrid, they lost. Pretty much against all the bigger teams, especially teams that have pace, Barca have been exploited massively, like a minefield. They've been exploited like a coal miner, you know what I mean? And it needs to stop. Now, Barca this year, obviously the biggest loss in our team was obviously Inigo Martinez last year, who we sold, by the way, for free. We got rid of him for free. No money, no compensation, and it's to the Saudi league. Them dudes will pay $1,000 for a piece of bread. You know what I mean? And we let this brother go for free. So defensively, it's looking very shaky right now. Now, the second thing, obviously, is the injuries. Now, this year, Pedri has missed a month so far. Rafinha has missed at least half the season. Lewandowski was battling injury problems early on in the season. Lamine Yamal was battling his pubic injury. He was battling that. We've had pretty much the only place in our team that has not been injured has been our defense, which is funny considering how horrible it is. I kind of wish someone would get injured. That way Laporta will buy center backs in January. But, that's a pipe dream when you support Barcelona. Being proactive and signing players without even needing to. Pipe dream for a club like Barcelona. But anyways, with the injuries we've had this year, obviously the style of play has not been the same as last year. The pressing has fallen off massively, meaning there's more spaces to be exploited for the opposition team, which means we are conceding more goals and looking way more vulnerable than the team we saw last year. However, having said all of this right now, the positive is we are top of the league for some reason. I have no idea. Top of the league while having suffered all these injuries and already having played Madrid once and losing to them. And we still have, Atletico Madrid obviously home and away, Madrid at home. We still have a few tough games. But right now, if you were to tell me back in September, October, with all the injuries we had, that we'd be top of the league come December, I wouldn't believe you. I can't lie. I would not have believed you. But right now, for the rest of this season, obviously the Champions League is looking kind of bleak. Let's not lie to ourselves, Barca fans. The Champions League is not coming back this year to Barca. It's just not. We are not doing that with Jared Martin or Araujo at center back or Eric Garcia. I'm not gonna diss my boy Kubarsi because I have a soft spot for him. My ball playing center back, my king. But anyways. For the Champions League this year, it's looking a bit long. I can't lie. We're not winning that. Now, ideally, we do have, the league, a Copa del Rey, and the Super Cup. So a domestic treble could be in the cards this year because honestly, fully fit, there's no team in Spain better than Barcelona. Madrid have pretty much been fully fit up until recently. They've had a few defensive injuries, but they have not looked good all season, losing to Atletico Madrid, obviously 5-2, to Liverpool, a Liverpool team that had lost 5 out of the last 5 games before they played Madrid. I believe that's the record. But anyways, losing to them comfortably, should have lost by more, by the way, than the 1-0. But, discussion for another day. Club World Cup had lost to PSG 4-0. I know Xabi was still really new into the job, but Madrid have been not good this year. And that's evidenced by the fact that they're not comfortably clear of everyone else in this league, despite Atletico having started off the season horribly, Barca having started off the season horribly and had injuries, and Villarreal, a team who, yes, they are third in La Liga, but they've also been like the worst team in the Champions League this year. La Liga is just cooked, is what I'm trying to say. So Barca need to take advantage of that. Go sign some center backs in January, hopefully. And we'll have to see how the rest of the season goes. Now, obviously, as I said, prediction, I think Champions League is looking kind of difficult, to say the least. That being said, there aren't many teams in Europe that are that good this year. I'd say the only teams that really would worry me as a Barca fan would be Arsenal, Bayern, and PSG. But obviously, we can't take any other team for granted because we lost 3-0 to Chelsea and tied 3-3 to Club Brugge in a game we should have lost, by the way. So we're just going to have to see. But Barca need to fix up their defense, need to fix the injuries, obviously. Hopefully now we're not going to have as many injuries. I mean, Fermin Lopez is out right now for another 10 days, which is annoying. De Jong's going to miss the Atletico game through illness. Araujo is taking a mental health break and is probably in Jamaica or something. I don't know. But as long as not many injuries disturb us for the rest of the year, I think we could still win a domestic trouble like last season. Who knows where we'll go in the Champions League? I don't think we're winning it, but you never know. PSG finished, 20th in their group last year and still won the Champions League. Why? Because they made one signing in January. I'm not asking for a lot. I'm asking for just one defensive signing in January. And I think we can do that. But that being said, guys, this is just a little short rant today about what I think has been going on with Barca. The season obviously is still relatively young. I mean, we're match day 15 in the league, I believe now. Champions League, we've played 5 games in the group stage. So, I mean, there's still a lot to be salvaged this season. We're just going to have to see what the boys come up with. But that being said, thank you guys for watching. Make sure you subscribe, you like, check out the TikTok, the IG, all of that. We do watch-alongs for every game for Barca, Madrid, Liverpool, you name it. Live streams every day as well. So make sure you guys follow that. And without further ado, peace, and we'll talk to you soon.